Are you confused about whether or not a girl likes you? Studies have shown that the chances of men misinterpreting signals is much higher than women. No, really. There are even published articles about it. A lot of guys easily misinterpret the friend zone to the point of no return. It's okay though. It's completely understandable to not know what she means by a touch of an arm or what the extra second of eye contact suggests. At times, that single second could feel like an hour. So get your notepads out, because in this video, we'll be talking about the 12 signs she likes you more than you think. Sign 12. She initiates conversations. Right off the bat, one of the biggest deal breakers is when she does the talking. Conversations don't feel forced, and you're not left with asking her what her favorite color is to break the ice. Matter of fact, if she's really into you, there won't be any ice to break. Everything will feel natural and nothing will feel forced. So you're talking to Rachel and Emily. Now, Rachel hardly ever texts back, let alone starts the conversation. Emily, on the other hand, will randomly hit you up and will talk to you for hours and hours. Who do you think is more into you? This is also important for when you need to take a hint. You see, not only is Rachel not putting the effort to start a conversation, but she also doesn't want to talk to you. But if Emily was to react to what you say in a different way, well, that's a completely different story. Sign 11. She laughs at your jokes. What's one thing women always want in a man? Humor. This doesn't mean you should try way too hard to make her laugh. Most of the time, that comes off as weird and desperate. We don't want that now, do we? Again, be natural and slide in a few punchlines here and there. You won't believe how easy it is to do so, because if this girl is really into you, she'll find anything you say funny. Say you're in a group setting with this girl. Let's use Emily as the name throughout this video as the person of interest. You crack a rather lame joke that hardly gets any laughs or even a chuckle out of anyone. But there's one person laughing as if it's the funniest thing she's ever heard. What does this mean? Emily likes you. Is there anything else that she would need to do to make it any more obvious? Let's talk about sign number 10. Sign 10. Mirroring your actions. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, mirroring is something that people do subconsciously when they feel a connection with another person. In other words, she'll be using some of the phrases or words you use, copying your gestures, and even the way you talk. This doesn't have to be something that happens weeks into talking. Say you're at a party and meet Emily. An example of her mirroring your actions is if you're leaning against the wall while talking to her and she does the same. These were just surface-level signs, though. It only gets more confusing from here on out. Sign 9. She compliments you often. This is probably one of the trickiest ones yet. There's a very fine line between being friendly and flirting. One wrong move and your relationship with this girl might go down the drain. Her calling you funny is a very friendly thing to do. This doesn't mean she's interested in you in a romantic way. But let's say she compliments specific things about you. Your hair, your eyes, your build. Basically anything about you. Maybe she compliments your taste in music or sense of humor. If these are more frequent than the average friend would normally do, then you have your answer. These are mostly visual and verbal signs, though. You must be wondering, what are the more obvious signs? Something that a friend wouldn't do. Sign 8. She finds reasons to touch you. When a woman finds you attractive and is interested in you, she'll find every opportunity to touch you. Be very careful with this, because you, a man initiating physical touch, would come off as very creepy. We need to maintain an environment where both parties are comfortable, so just see if she's doing anything about it. Now, this won't be as straightforward as her resting her head on your shoulder or anything like that. It comes off as casual touches, like brushing your arm while talking to you. It could even be playful poking and nudging. Imagine you're in a group setting again. Emily wants to grab your attention, and instead of calling your name, she gives you a poke or grabs your shoulder. You do know that calling out your name would have been much easier, right? Yet she chose to resort to physical touch because, well, she likes you. So what's the next step after finding excuses to touch you? Sign 7. Playful teasing. Another really tricky sign here. Women will almost never playfully tease you. If a woman likes you, she'll want to make a good impression as well. Keep in mind that playful teasing can be totally verbal too. This means that she'll mock you in an unserious way and joke around with you the most. Super plus points if she's usually someone who doesn't do any of this stuff. Let's compare playful teasing from two girls, Maria and, you guessed it, Emily. It's all about the tone. The way Maria would mock you would be more like a call-out. Emily, on the other hand, would make sure the things she says aren't too personal or mean. It's about balance and will build a really genuine bond between you two. Moving on to the other half of the list of the signs. These are both obvious and impossible to detect, so you really need to play your cards right. Sign 6. She remembers small details. Now this one's easy, and probably the best sign, too. If you're unsure about if a girl likes you more than you think, just see if she mentions something that even you forgot you mentioned. This shows that the girl pays good attention to the things you say and finds them valuable information in the long run. This could be your favorite color, something that happened to you a few weeks ago, or one of your interests that you never paid much attention to yourself. This isn't an essential sign, though. It's totally fine if she doesn't remember the smaller details. She is human, after all. The best part is that this sign aligns perfectly with the next one, too. Sign 5. She shows interest in what you say. Crucial sign here. This is similar to the first sign in this video, with a lot more depth. The way a girl shows interest in you is by asking question after question and giving genuine reactions instead of one-word replies. Imagine telling her about your day or this thing you did, and she's just giving "ohs" and "that's crazies." Not much interest, right? Now imagine she's asking you more about the thing you did, or giving you a similar story to yours. Guess what? This is a sign of not wanting the conversation to end. Texting aside, there's a lot more to relationships outside the internet. The next few signs will tell you exactly how. Sign 4. She invites you to events. A lot of men miss out on this particular sign. It's so obvious, yet goes right over our heads. See, if she's inviting you to places, whether it's alone or with other friends, she wants you there. There are 100 other guys she could ask to go with or talk to at the event, but she specifically asked you. That says a lot about how she feels about you. She could invite you to a concert, a friend's birthday, or even a local fair. Anything that hints at you being her main source of company is great news. This is also a very important sign, because if you're thinking of establishing a relationship, she'll obviously want you around. If she doesn't, well, that's something that needs immediate attention. Luckily, we have the next entry in this list to help out with that. Sign 3. She talks about you with other people. Maybe she doesn't want to invite you because she's sorting her own feelings out. This is when she talks about you with other people. This could be both good things and bad, and either is a great sign. The fact that she's talking about you in the first place shows that you have an effect on her life, and she wants others to know. If you were just another friend, you'd hardly be brought up in the conversation. But how do you know that she's been talking about you? So imagine you're out in a group, and one of her friends mentions something you didn't tell everybody. This is a clear sign that you've been talked about, and if you don't sense any awkwardness, she most definitely likes you. Since you're part of a bigger picture, there's a high chance you're all she talks about, which brings this video to the 2 most obvious signs. Sign 2. She's jealous of you. Say you're giving more time to another girl at an event. This person is obviously just a friend, nothing more. But how would the girl of interest feel about this? Well, she'll ask questions. She'll pull you to the side and ask who that girl is, what you two were talking about, and how long you've known her. These things might put you off at first, but it goes to show that she's really into you. So welcome the jealousy, and don't run from it. The last one is probably the biggest kicker yet, so hold on. Sign 1. She talks about the future. What more could you ask for? This is equivalent to getting hit in the head with a glove that says, "I really, really like you." You could be asking yourself if the woman you're with likes you as much as you do, but this single-handedly rids you of all insecurities. This could be as little as talking about what and where you're meeting next, or something more extreme like a future together. Conversations like these could be completely casual on her end, which is even better because she's secure with you and the feelings are mutual. So notice the signs mentioned in this video and be sure to act on them. If she's into you, then she's into you. There's nowhere but up from there. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button to see more content. See you in the next video.